So I wanted to find out if it's possible to beat Elden Ring with nothing but bubbles. So here's what I did. So before I forget, real quick, all the boss fights in their full length are going to be on the Dude Was Wrong channel. So you can see all those. They're going to be back to back, all the remembrance fights. And you'll see in the beginning of the video, some of those say something about use code whatever in the bottom. If you want to go to the HelloFresh website or go to hellofresh.com and use that code, it helps me out a lot. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your money. Use it wisely. Let's get right back to the video, guys. Hope you enjoy. Now, I started with the astrologer class because, as you might know, all of the bubble weapons or spells that we have are here. It seems to be an issue when you can only get them after you've killed at least two of the main bosses and the Draconic Sentinel, and you've gotten into Lindell and you've farmed for said envoy horns. So, what we had to do was first go into CO forever and kill a teardrop scarab, granted without having bubbles because we need to get the first bubbles first, but that's okay because once we had that, we could do nothing but cast bubbles or hit something with a bubble casting weapon. Now that we have Oracle bubbles, what I can do is I can go fight Margit. And I thought, you know what, this will be easy. I fought him before. This is an easy fight. He's just the first boss that you're meant to fight. What could possibly go wrong? Well, three things. So number one, I do about 18 damage per bubble. Number two, it's slow and short range. And number three, I realized that I didn't have enough mana to actually kill him with the bubbles, even if I had perfect casts every time. And apart from that, I mean, I also couldn't fight him in phase 2 because the spell was too slow. So after dying a couple times, I decided it's time to go back to CO forever. We gotta go die a couple times, don't worry about it. I'm just being sniped by unavoidable attacks, no big deal. But once we finally made it to the portal, I'd go all the way over here. We'd travel all the way around through this little cave, aggro the claymen so that they hopefully come out of the cave, and ride around a little bit so that they get away from the scarab, which I kill with bubbles because I have bubbles now, and we get Great Oracular Bubble. So now can actually fight Margit and do a fair bit of damage. Well, hopefully. Let's see how that goes. Over here struggling to think of how I'll do that much damage. Dude, are we gonna hit 100 on Saturday? Oh my god. Damn. Ah, shit. One more. I got him. Does it count? Let's see. He died, but great enemy felled. Get fucked. Now, my thought was, alright, cool. Margit's down. He's going to be the hardest out of the three bosses I have to fight before I can get into Lindell. So, Godric's going to be super easy. Radahn's going to be super easy. And then all we have to do is fight the Draconic Sentinel and get into Lindell, and then we have our Envoy Horns. So let's see just how those fights went. I have two more bosses after this guy to fight. And then do the good with a different weapon. Okay. Four damage, baby. Every time I do this, he does some dragon attack. It's kind of easy to punish, I suppose. I don't know if that's gonna hit, actually. That might be an issue. Oh no, we're good. Two more? Maybe? One more. All I need. One more. Have. I want that thing to breathe. He's gonna do the next phase thing here in a second. That might set him to phase 2. I need to not hit that. Yeah, he's gone. He's out of here. Hit the bubble, hit the bubble, hit the bubble. Yeah. Oh, shit. Dawn. One more? I'll punch him to death if I have to at this point. Jesus Christ. Alright. God damn. Well, just as I thought, Godric took only a couple tries. Radon took less than half an hour to fight. And just like that, we're on to the Draconic Sentinel. I'm dead. Mistake. Oh, roll, damn it. Didn't dodge that. Oh my god. He's getting chunked.
Dude, what?
Yeah, so long story short, it took about an hour and a half, and I finally found a spot where I could attack it about 4 or 5 times before it decided to attack me. And yeah, summoning that dude was not worth it. I thought it would help, and no, it just made things worse. So here we are, using it, throwing some spells at it, running away, going back in, throwing spells at it, running away, and that's sadly how we fought this guy from here. Turn towards me here in a moment. Okay. Oh my god, we did it. Now, once I finally got the Envoy Horn and the Envoy Longhorn, I figured, you know what? I know I need to go do Ronnie's questline, so let me get started here. Let me go and fight Renala because I know that I need to do that. She might be easy, she might be difficult, but this is the best place to test the +9 Envoy's Horn. All that's standing in the way is just the Red Wolf of Radigan, and you know what? First try was super easy, surprisingly enough. Alright. Hey, baby. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, that damage. Oh, that damage. Oh, the damage. Oh, buddy. Fuck, Renala. Now, with 3 of the 4 early bosses down, I figured, you know what, Rykard has like 100,000 health. I don't think I have anywhere near the damage output or the mana to even take him down, so I'm going to skip him for now. We'll come back to that later, but we do have to get all the remembrances. So, of course, the next logical step is to go fight Godfrey, Morgott, and open up the rest of the map. Now, you'll see that I summoned in the Bone Boys again. I didn't need to for this fight. It was a very easy fight, but it was just a very boring one because it consisted of running from one side of the arena to the other and just blowing a couple bubbles, having him dash into them and take the damage. Nothing really spectacular about the fight, but it is what it is, and so Godfrey was down. Next step is Morgott. Now, I did summon Melina for a few of these fights, and I did summon in the Bone Boys, of course, to help me whittle down Morgott, but at the end of the day, Melina adding health to his health bar was not the play, because she died way too early, and she just didn't seem to be too helpful. So, unfortunately, I had to resort to the same tactic that I did with Godfrey, and we just ran around and shot bubbles at him until he was low. Man, I was really worried that this was going to be a very boring run now that I had these weapons. I was just going to run around and just going to run away and blow bubbles and run away and blow bubbles, but fortunately, that's not what happened. That's not even close to what happened. Because you'll see these next bosses get so much harder. Now, you might have noticed something if you're paying attention. I haven't used the Envoy's Longhorn yet, but there is another remembrance we needed to get. And the next one is the Regal Ancestor Spirit. So off we go. Time to test out the new weapon on a fairly sizable boss and see how this goes. 823. That's not too bad. Dodged on my bubbles twice, dude. That was a mistake. Hey. So much for your healing, bitch. Easy. You just wombo comboed this man. Now, other than the fact that it took about 2.5 hours to fight the gargoyles, die. Damn it. The next few bosses were pretty easy. I mean, Fia's champions we got on the first try. Estelle was pretty easy because he's a big boss, apart from the few sneak attacks that he got me with, the meteors and the grab from behind. And then, of course, Glintstone, Dragon Adula, Borealis of the Freezing Fog, and Fortisax were all really easy because they're dragons and their hitbox is massive, so this bubble shower just kind of annihilated all of them. But the next fight that I was really worried about was going to be Loretta. Now, before we actually fight Loretta, we can go get the Great Horn, and that's a giant bubble, and maybe it does more damage, and it's going to be single target, so maybe it'll work on longer range. So let's get that and see how it works against Loretta, and hopefully, it's even better than the bubble shower. I better do a lot of fucking damage if it's just gonna be one. I'm a little upset. Alright, let's see. Bubble damage needs to be about 2,000. It missed. Missed again. Okay, it does not track worth a shit. Oh, actually, not bad. But it was bad because it travels super slow, cast is super slow, and it's one bubble. Now, granted, it does hit smaller targets, but it's a little hard to hit bigger targets for more damage with that per second than the bubble shower ability. Now, when we're fighting a lot of the enemies, most of them are going to get hit multiple times by bubble shower, and a lot of them are going to dodge or sidestep the Great Oracular Bubble from the Great Horn. So ultimately, I don't end up using the Great Horn a whole lot. We do find out a funny thing that I can do to Millennia, but we'll get to that later. And yeah, long story short, it's just kind of a bad time. So most of what I'm going to continue to use is Bubble Shower on the Longhorn. Now that said, I will say this is pretty funny. I do like the giant AoE that it has. So you know, there's that. Now, quite honestly, the Loretta fight wasn't too bad. It took about 10 to 15 tries before I figured out like what moves I could attack after and not to use the Great Horn because it sucks. Ultimately, it wasn't too bad. We did get her really close. Like I'm talking one hit from anything would have killed her, even a throwing knife, and I got greedy and died for it because my attack missed. Now, I could have just beat her solo, but I figured, I thought to myself, okay, well, I got her this low. I had to hit her one more time. I know that I can beat her. I don't have anything to prove to myself. I'm definitely not trying to prove myself to you guys. Ultimately, what I did was summon the Mimic so I could just be done with the fight and move on, because effectively, I had beat her. So that's exactly what I did. I summoned the Mimic, we killed her pretty quickly in a try or two, and then we moved on to Fire Giant next. And even if you truly suck me, you know my name. What you mean? Yeah, something like that. Ooh, I almost got one shot. The only person that knows your name due to the tournament doesn't know my name. I guess it might say it on PayPal or something. Either way. It shouldn't say it on PayPal, but it might. Here you go. Teach her the ways of the bubble, Mimic. Fuck her up. Hoot. Ah, fuck. Hoot. Shoot this bitch to death! Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Bam! Alright, we got her. Now, of course, the biggest boss that we're ever going to fight is Fire Giant. So, Fire Giant, being big against Bubble Shower, you know how that's going to go. We fought him twice, both times got him under a quarter health. And then the third time I go to fight him, this happens where I'm just annihilating him. And at the end, we knock him down, we clean his taint, and everyone hates a soapy taint. So much so, in this case, that the fire giant just kind of like falls down and dies. Never clean down there, and quite frankly, I don't blame him. It probably hurts when you clean something for the first time after who knows how long of it not being cleaned. Man, it's got to be a bad time. Chafing, and you can even see around his arms, like, oh man, he's gross. This was a good time. His first ever shower. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we didn't even need a summon. I didn't even try to summon. I figured I'd fight him a few times and then see what we needed. But as fast as I got him down to like 0 health the first few times, it just wasn't worth it. Double bubble might have been fun, but the solo bubble just melted the fire giant. He didn't know what was coming. He didn't know it was going to hit him. Shoot him in the dick. Ooh. Shoot him in the dick. Clean his ass. Soapy taints kill fire giants. What can I say? Now, ultimately, the Moog fight wasn't too bad. It just took a little bit of doing because he had a lot of moves that were at a decent range with a decent speed, and I couldn't get in there with Bubble Shower, so it was either run around and shoot him with one bubble at a time, or summon a Mimic and blast him to death. So, obviously, I'm going to choose summon a Mimic and blast him to death, and this is about how it went. It was pretty quick and easy, so. What a timing. Duel. Oh, das. Could have been really bad. And she's dead. Oh, wait. Hold on. Got him. Now, a fight that I didn't think was going to be an issue was the Beast Clergyman. Of all of the bosses to be resistant to holy damage, it makes sense. He's a clergyman, but come on, dude. The amount of damage this guy takes from holy is nothing. So I had to pelt him and pelt him and pelt him. And his attacks are fast. And I was like, all right, look, I'm gonna do one of two things. I'm gonna summon in something to get rid of phase 1, or I'm gonna cry. And your boy doesn't want to cry, so I summoned in some dudes to help me get past phase 1. Now, as soon as phase 2 happened, they all died because of Malekith's Black Blade does black fire damage, which kills things really quickly. So long, soldiers. I'll see y'all next time. And, but it's okay because the big openings in phase 2 make it super easy to fight them. So it wasn't really bad once we got there. It's just the phase 1 quick attacks were really rough to deal with without doing that same run away, blow one bubble, run away, blow one bubble strat, which I don't really like to do, so I try my best not to do it. Now, once I got to Gideon, it was really, really hard to fight this guy, and I'll just show you what happened. It was a really intense fight, and I really don't know how I managed to do it first try, only getting hit twice, but hey, Mr. All-Knowing knew he was going to get his ass kicked. I'm trying to bubble you to death. Come here. Get bubbled, bitch. But rain upon him. Rain upon him. We definitely didn't need the Mimic there, but it's so much funnier. Now, I'll be completely honest, I waited so long to fight Rykard because I was like, damn, this dude's got a lot of health. I don't know if I could take him out. And he just completely skipped my mind until right before I went to go fight Horaloo. And at this point, the only bosses I had left were Rykard, Horaloo, Millennia, and the Elden Beast to do. And that was it. Effectively, I'm skipping a very early game, easy to fight boss because I'm worried about how much health it has and how hard it was for me to fight the first time I fought him. It wasn't that deep. I'm going to speed this up 5 times because it's a quick and easy fight. I went in, I gave my mimic the Serpent Slayer because I was like, okay, well, I don't know if I can even get this dude with bubbles. Hopefully it'll reach, but it reached. It did so much damage so fast, and it just was such an easy fight. It was a joke. And then right after that, we went into Horaloo, warped over there, and was like, maybe this will be a hard fight. But then I remembered, oh yeah, I was trying to run hitless before. This guy gave me the most trouble, so I practiced him for about 30 hours. And no, Horaloo is no longer an issue for me to fight either, especially when I have a mimic going in, which again I summoned because I was scared I couldn't fight him. But I don't think I needed the mimic because within 30 minutes both of these bosses were dead, and there was really not a huge challenge between them. But the last two, Millennia and Radigan / Elden Beast, were going to be a nightmare. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Let's stop before people start kicking cans and waving banners all over the place. Real talk, Millennia took 5.5 hours of grinding through and figuring out how to fight her, and it was just atrocious. It was awful. So I don't know if there was a better way to fight her, but what I ended up having to do was run around her arena, shooting the one bubble at her, and then right before, like I'm talking one hit before she changes phase, I have to summon my mimic, refill my mana, hit her with the bubble, and then hope that the mimic doesn't fuck up in phase 2, because otherwise Millennia gets her full health, my mimic's gone, and we're just out of luck. Could I have fought her by running around and shooting bubbles at her? Maybe. I had a lot of weird instances where I got hit to things that didn't make any sense, and she likes to run after you a lot. If you're trying to run away from phase 2, basically she's going to catch up to you. She's going to hunt you down. She's going to smell your blood, and she will slice you into little sushi bits. It's not a good time. Ultimately, I did fight her after the Elden Beast, but I'm going to show you this before the Elden Beast because, the Elden Beast is like the big bad thing that we're supposed to fight last. So that's what's coming up next. But of course, I want to show you exactly what happens if you get perfect RNG with Millennia and everything goes super well phase 2. She does the flower. She doesn't do the flower thing repeatedly. Also, get fucked, Millennia. Jesus Christ. Oh, I just needed you to be here, Mitz. Where the fuck were you the last 3 hours of trying to fight this bitch? Now, Radigan and the Elden Beast were a little interesting because Radigan's a small character, which means that the Bubble Shower won't do a whole lot unless I'm really close to him, but the Elden Beast is a huge character model. So when I'm using Bubble Shower, it hits it a ton. Actually staggers it really easily. But the biggest issue was fighting Radigan, really. I had to use a Mimic to fight him because I'm not too well versed with a slow weapon that doesn't kill him in 2 shots because I practiced with Sword of Night and Flame because I'm stupid. But ultimately, we killed him after a couple hours probably of fighting him. Maybe took 20, 25 attempts. And I think it only took like 4 or 5 times of actually getting to Elden Beast to beat him. Elden Beast, like I said, was pretty easy because it's a big target. It's hard to miss. And while the bubbles are slow, there are a ton of them that do a lot of damage. So ultimately, that was pretty easy. If you guys want to watch the rest of the fight, by all means, go ahead. And then I chose the Ronnie ending, so if you want to see that as well, that's at the end. And remember, guys, like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody. Dead. Works. Kill this bitch. Make it stagger. Are you not hitting it? That means you're useless. Oh, okay. I see my mistake. Wait, the mimic dodged that? How the hell? Didn't dodge that one, though. Oh! I stopped it from doing Elden Stars! Get fucked. Shit. Bad. This is bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Use the attack, damn it. Oh! Let's fucking go, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so I haven't seen this ending. And I specifically did the quest to see this ending. So we're gonna do this ending, if you guys don't mind. And then we'll go back and fight Millennia for the next 4 hours.
The battle is over, I see. I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars, a 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we? My fair consort eternal,